Vamos assistir aqui, ó, Memórias do CSGO, um documentário feito pela Red Bull. Eu quero muito ver, porque, né? Né? Nem todo mundo é igual a você.
Memories. Counter-Strike is full of them.
Oh my goodness, where do we start?
From the wins.
Nothing.
And of course, this is an insane life, you know. I can
Boa,
have a
Ângelo,
gold bar
boa.
too, damn, son.
Hell yeah.
The losses.
To this day, I still
Do
haven't
Priolof.
looked at that game. I haven't looked at that VOD.
And the goodbyes.
Ninguém dorme, não.
This moment.
Pacha!
The past 10 years of CS have taken us from bedrooms to sold-out arenas. But how did this come about?
Oh,
Agora é COD.
YOLO boost.
Who drove
Caralho,
things
mano, é o
forward?
RPK, não é? Não, calma.
And where
Ô, faleizão,
did this
porra,
all
presente, caralho. Presente. Nossa, mano, será que eu vou chorar vendo esse vídeo? Acho que não. Ah, o Forest, what the fuck?
Round of applause for LDLC.
I came into this tournament with my father. He passed away just before I got here.
SK Gaming, second major champion.
Vamos, Brasil, porra! Nossa, eu não vou chorar na parte do Brasil, tá, chat? The early years. The early years.
For over a decade, I've had
Henry
the pleasure of
J.
commentating on some of Counter-Strike's most
Foda.
historical moments. In this film, I'll be looking back at the early years, a journey that began in 2012 when Valve released Counter-Strike Global
2012, eu comecei a
Offensive.
jogar em 2013, chat. Vocês têm noção. Pra
This
vocês terem
kickstarted a
noção.
race to the top, a push to be declared the best. But who was leading the charge?
Umas 3 seguidas, eu acho. Que isso? Foda! Foda! Gênio. Craque demais. Foda.
Oi, oi, oi. What I see here. Very good memories.
Eu adoro o
and a lot
Pacha,
of
mano. Ele é muito
bad
foda.
memories.
CSGO. Picture says it all.
Nossa,
Or
olha essa
how it
foto,
does at
mano.
least. CSGO got released in
Tem
what was it,
legenda?
2012,
Tem
I believe?
legenda.
What a shit game it was.
Era muito ruim, mano.
I think when you look back to 1.6 final year, you saw a lot of tournaments pulling out.
Sim.
You saw the salaries of teams getting less and less.
We don't
Esse
have
jogo é tão
sponsors,
bom,
we don't
velho.
have, money for living. Some very important guy told
Pra
us
nada.
there is no chance Global Offensive will be big as 1.6. So you need to guys find a way to join like a normal life.
It was getting to a point where it got really bad. I
Sim.
actually started working towards the end of 1.6. like a
Imagina aqui no
part-time
Brasil,
job.
chat.
It was definitely on its way out, and CS:GO became like the savior of the Counter-Strike genre for sure. CS:GO in the beginning though was not very
Nossa, era muito
beautiful.
ruim, mano.
It lacked a lot of things that people did like about Counter-Strike, kind of how the movement felt, how responsive it was, how the gunplay worked. But as the years went on and on, it became
É, eles
one of
foram
the-
arrumando, né?
no, not one of the best first-person
Yes.
shooter ever made.
Sim, sim,
Hands
porra. O melhor de todos, caralho.
And with a new game came the formation of new teams.
So, how our team NIP got together?
Só lembro dessa
How we
época, mano.
formed, How we got paired
Era
with
NiP e
each other.
Fnatic
Where did it all
sempre
begin?
nas finais.
Our whole squad here.
Sempre.
Freiburg, Exist, me,
Nossa,
Get
olha esse
Right,
time,
very
velho.
young.
Meu Deus.
How did we start? How did
Mano,
we start?
só a lenda, mano.
Get Right
Puta
actually
que
approached
pariu.
me. He said like, hey, they want to start up NIP again. And I was like, cool. Well, I'm down. Don't have to ask me twice to play. And then he approached Exist. And then initially we wanted to incorporate like Source players.
da hora.
Since the engine, in a sense, was
Nossa, mano, o
the same
Source é
engine
muito
as
ruim,
Source,
chat. Na
we
moral.
kind of wanted to get them in and get some more knowledge and just like see how it would fit. And it turned out that Fifth Iron was absolutely perfect. He had good in-game leading capabilities. He was very good at like
Ele é
understanding the
muito
game.
bom, muito bom.
And for the fifth player, which ended up being Freiberg, was not my
Só o
go-to
Freiberg,
pick
né?
initially. But yeah, I got outvoted on that one, which I'm happy about. Sometimes, hey, you mess up, okay? I can admit that. Adam turned out to be the perfect fit.
When the CSGO came up, I don't know I will continue my esports career.
Mano,
There is a funny
eles estão falando dos gringos, mas, porra, aí o Fallen, velho. Cadê ele falando desde o começo?
story because I invite like a Tas and Neo to my wedding, and there already was like my future boss because I changed work. I left the esport, and
Nossa,
Neo
mano, três
Tas
lendas.
asked my wife, please let him play CS:GO. there is a future because player NIP still playing. There is something wrong. Why they playing? For what?
Once Freiberg was decided, Get Right invited us all over to like a pool party, and it turned out that we
Olha que eu acho que isso
felt like
daqui,
we all became best friends
isso aqui vai ser focado mais nos gringos, né? Só vai ter a parte do Brasil na época que a gente dominou.
that night.
Mas seria legal se
And
tivesse, né?
after a few hours of my wedding, I came to my boss, my future
Vai ser
boss.
bem mais
and said to me,
emocionante.
Boss, I came back to esport.
Foda. Aqui, ó, o Brasilzão, ó.
With new teams forming and two scenes merging into one, it was only a matter of time until fresh rivalries were born.
Primeiro time a ganhar um Major é dia assim.
Oh, when CSGO was released, it was really a big
Shox,
excitement
merda, tinha
because
esquecido o nome
in
dele.
CSS we were
Na
owning
RP não tem nada a ver
everyone
com
in
ele.
games. Even myself, I remember in 2010, I moved to 1.6 for several months because I was like, there is no challenge on CSS, like it's just too easy and stuff.
Pior que era
And
meio
when
fácil
CSGO is
mesmo.
coming out, this is the real test, you know, this is really like the real thing. We're gonna face the 1.6 monsters, the 1.6 legends.
They came in with a style that I was not used to play against. Very structured, very tactical. They used a lot of strategy.
Mano, olha essa
where
Nuke, velho.
They do this big ass, like, big ass hits on a site where everything was timed perfectly with nades, timing and everything, and I was a little bit blown away.
We had a lot of set things with smokes, flashes, just running in bomb site, looking at the floor and stuff like that, you know, so that was that kind of stuff.
Que da hora, mano.
This is existence. Many people say this is like the biggest brain in CS.
Existence,
I can
chat.
agree with this guy, the mastermind. Everyone which play versus them lost. Everyone.
Fiffler and Freiberg, coming from Counter-Strike Source, they were hyping these guys up like they were beasts. Beasts that could not be tamed, beasts that would eat us up alive. We had no idea what
Que
was coming
isso,
for us.
mano.
Of course, I knew about Forest, Get Right and stuff like that, and when I knew like I'm gonna face them, I was really excited because I wanted to show them that I can be better than them. So we are like the little brother on CSS, and 1.6 was like the big brother, and we are looking at them and probably waiting for one day where we can face them, and CSGO was actually
Cara,
like,
que
the
muito
perfect
foda
time.
isso, né, mano?
Bon
Que
appétit.
tipo, o CS é tão foda que ele já tá aí faz mais de 20 anos. Aí, de acordo com as versões, as gerações iam se infundindo, né? Menos a do Source, porque a do Source foi um lixo, né? Mas, tipo, com 1.6 por um tempão, aí chegou o Source. Aí o pessoal do 1.6 foi um pouco por Source, mas ainda continuou no 1.6. Aí lançou o CSGO, aí o pessoal que começou no Source e o pessoal do 1.6 se juntaram pra ir pro Go, tá ligado?
They were supposed to be what we became in CSGO. They were supposed to be the ones dominating and having this sick win streak, obliterating the scene
Nossa,
from the
Nipa
get-go.
amassava no
That
começo.
was not the case, however. We played them, I can't even count how many times we played against. I can't count how many times we beat them. I can't count how many times we stole final from them. But they were actually an amazing team.
Especially this guy. Everyone is scared of this guy. Like the fastest, the
Foda.
quickest sniper in the world.
Mano,
The best, very quick.
muito,
No one
mano.
work quicker.
KNS era bizarro. Vocês têm noção que por causa do KNS eles nerfaram a Alp? O cara era tão bom que eles tiveram que nerfar o jogo pra ele não amassar todo mundo, filho. Era bizarro, mano. Nossa, essa Alp era
It actually
gostosinha de
did beat
jogar,
us.
hein?
And again. And again. So eventually they did catch up to
A
us.
música do Peggle, mano.
Absolutely lovely rivalry though. But at the same time, it was very interesting and just like a way for me to learn and adapt even more, like to level up myself in a bit. Like, okay, they can do this, I can do that better.
Foda.
Nice out of Freiburg. It's a 1 versus 2, but no. Wow. Forrest, the dream ender.
We were playing so many times each other that it went to a point where after the finals we were drinking a beer all together. And now I can say, for example, Getra, he's a close friend to me, you know. And
Que foda.
it's actually crazy to think that more than 10 years ago, even 15 years ago, I was fan
Vai lá,
of someone
Incapaz.
who
Boa
became my
noite,
friend.
mano.
It was definitely fun, but Freiburg and Fifth Learn definitely set the bar a little bit too high.
Obrigado, beijinhos pra tu, boa noite. Nossa, mano, esse inferno. Cadê o primeiro Major?
And with those rivalries born and the storyline set, all that was needed was a tournament to crown who was king.
So with Counter-Strike Global Offensive came also something that hasn't been done in 1.6 actually. We didn't have in 1.6, and what didn't exist in Counter-Strike before was like support from the developer. And in this case, Valve actually like, okay, hey, we want to make a tournament. Like the CSGO Major.
First major
Que não era a
always is
Valve
the
que
most
fazia, né?
important like event. We preparing for this a lot. We have a new players. We would like to show up for our fans. For
Piali,
all.
mano.
Today, as people know, like the Major has become such a big part of the hype surrounding Counter-Strike, like weeks before, months before.
Brasil,
who's gonna
porra.
perform? Who's gonna underperform? Like which team is gonna win? And this specific first one, I remember was such a big thing for us in NIP. This was actually, okay, hey, we're doing it big now.
We need to win. We need to win. Let's focus. We finished like a CS 1.6 with some wins, and we hope we do it the same with CSGO.
Mano, era
It was
15 mil só,
$100,000
mano.
for the winner. which was
Olha
a
isso,
lot of
15
money.
mil pra 100
A
mil,
lot.
chat.
That's like, I think the first tournament we won was sitting at like $2,500.
Tá vendo isso, mano?
So this was like a big step up to like, holy smokes. We were the favorites to win, and we showed it as well during that major that we are the favorites. Yeah, this
Olha
is
essa
yours, right?
nuke
This is yours.
antiga.
You go up, grab it, grab the trophy, walk home, job is done. We reached the final. And then in the final, like this team, if we would play that match over a series of 50 games,
Famosa.
I think we would probably beat them 45 out of 50. I'm pretty sure. They had some faces that were well known.
Caralho,
from,
mano. Aí, ó. Começou aí.
Hello.
From
Looking at some old memories.
looking at some old numbers, my friend was just actually speaking about your win against us.
I even brought some memories here. One a little bit more good for me and
Caralho,
one good
mano.
for you. So I went for
makes
a
actually
Mano, essa época era só os dois
times.
times, filho. Era
makes
isso.
things a little bit better
Yeah.
when you're right.
Os dois times da Suécia
But
e,
I was
mano.
speaking about because you guys were not that well known, right? Hey, I'm gonna ask you the question.
Yeah.
Did you expect to win this final? Like honestly, because I was sitting here saying that like we were probably heavy favorites,
I mean, you were enormous favorites.
right? Yeah, because you guys haven't done really like anything before this
No,
tournament, right?
No, we weren't
No,
known guys. I mean, we were such a random gang of players, really.
One health. If Geralt could find him, he goes for the fake.
Caralho,
He looks all
Schneider,
around, he can't
mano.
find Schneider. Schneider's
Mano,
walking
essa
up here.
nuke,
Is he
chat.
gonna be able to do it? There's not much time.
Chat,
Geralt
dava pra subir aqui em cima, mano. Eu gostava muito de ficar aqui em cima.
has to find this kill. He's not looking
com
behind the
12
barrel. He
anos.
misses him. How did it happen? And now Schneider gets the kill. There's no doubt. 14-2, and that's the round. Look at him high-fiving. Look at the complete
No
happiness
pocket.
on Fnatic right there.
You did not expect this, did you, Anders?
Aí,
And
VC.
then, you know, we just felt good. I don't know. There was this harmony, you know, you get
Yeah.
sometimes when you go to a tournament where everything just feels right.
It kind
We
of
have a-
stings a little bit.
Yeah.
Hearing
Yeah. Okay.
like that, but I understand.
And there it is. Complete celebration. DreamHack Winter 2013 champions.
Eu lembro, tá, de assistir.
And then came this legendary
Eu não lembro
picture
qual
of you,
Major que eu
put
assisti,
it on
mano,
your
o
pad, but you
primeiro.
have to tell me
Mas eu lembro que a final foi NiP. Foi NiP contra Fnatic e eu acho que o último mapa foi Inferno. Eu lembro de assistir a Inferno, mano.
the story of that one.
Basically, this Norwegian guy won a tournament and he
Isso.
took his shirt off. And then I basically
One-upped it.
one-upped it and said I'll take my pants off instead.
Um cara maluco,
Well,
velho.
I just had to do it, you know. And then it's so funny when you see Get right here.
Wait, actually. And he points his fingers. Yeah, imagine losing Major final.
Mano,
You see a guy
bizarro.
pulling down his pants.
Unbelievable. Obviously, you guys were idols and you know, people we all in our team looked up to.
With that, Fnatic shocked the world to claim the first
Foi a
major
Fnatic mesmo que
title.
ganhou, né?
But majors
Verdade.
weren't the only thing that was new to CSGO.
Skins, caixas. Mas isso foi em 2014 já, né? A primeira caixa foi em 2014, se eu não me engano.
I'm about to redo my garage. Don't judge me here. But we do have some pins here.
Esse cara é muito foda, o Nothing é foda, mano. Ele é muito. Ele é muito legal, chat. Ele é muito gente boa.
Put this out here.
Isso aí é caro, hein? Essas
Player
coisas.
card.
Ó.
I don't even remember the company who made these. But so far my stats are Iceman 97, Freestyling 99, Spray 95, Entertainment 96, Flashdance 99. I think we could have bumped a couple numbers there, but whatever. And we got all the lanyards, some of the CS knives. Look at these. Karambit. Honestly, not my favorite skin, though. I would have liked an M9 Bayo. I think I might have one. Shout outs to these guys. Oh my goodness. Where do we start?
Nossa. Olha o
One
tanto de
thing
coisa,
that,
mano.
that came with the majors itself, like eventually what they did was they added
Verdade.
stickers.
The
They added
stickers,
not only team
sim.
stickers, but they also added like individual autographs. Your name, Forrest, could be actually be in Counter-Strike. Or an IP logo on a gun? No way.
To get my name like immortalized, so to speak, in the game was epic. I mean, now I have a couple different types of stickers, a song in the game. All this stuff is just super cool to me, and it's something that I can just show off literally if I'm just running around a public server and stuff. It's so funny when people could recognize like something on my profile, a little icon from a trophy or anything like that. It's super cool.
I think they even announced like some of the sales were gonna go to the players, which was also like, oh, well, with this, hey, what we're talking
Mano,
about
isso
here,
ajudou muito os times, tá?
What we also saw was an opportunity for fans to now support us directly in the game and for us to give them something cool that wasn't even, you know, even if we were selling them for 10 cents or giving them away for free, it was just like, you love the feeling when someone's wearing your jersey. It's the same as when someone's got your skin on their gun. I think I've been to a couple events, huh?
Nossa.
See,
Tanta coisa,
man.
mano.
I'm glad we found these. Look at
Caralho,
this.
CD
You can
do
almost
CS,
consider it the
mano.
most important thing in this box, because Half-Life Counter-Strike with the CD key on it this is the origins here.
Foda.
And a lot of you these days don't even know what this is. You
Foda
guys can copy it
demais,
even
mano.
at this point. I don't know what it'll get you.
Foda demais, mano. Muito foda.
I see Steel smiling at me right away. Man, we got all the emotions. The Liege crying. Wow,
Foda.
there's a lot here. So my first actual team that was basically a pro team was Complexity here.
qual?
We kind of put together what we thought was the super team that we could at the time. Myself, Hiko, and Swag were considered to be the best, like 1.6 players at the time. The scene started growing, and that's when, you know, the Source players and the other team, Steel Days, and those guys, Nanskadoodle was a new name here, started coming up adjacent kind of to our Complexity team, and then that's kind of when we switched to Cloud9 in 2014, and Hiko was a big name there. Shroud kinda came out of the shadows, and
Mano,
now
Shroud,
starts to
chat.
kind of become...
Tem noção, mano? Olha esse time. Nothing, Rico. Putz, mano, esqueci o nome dele. O dele também. Calma, é o Skadoodle, né? Skadoodle, Shroud... Ai, eu esqueci o nome desse cara,
The
velho.
C9 legacy began right there. So Hiko, what was solid about him as a player not only was his clutch ability and skill.
Mano, o Rico era
but
muito...
what was also
lenda,
really
lenda,
helpful with him
lenda,
early
lenda.
on was his role was kind of defined. He was like a lurker. He was, you know, edge of the maps. You know he's gonna kind of be alive last, and so you had something you could rely on.
Não! Não, esse round não! Não, esse round não!
Oh my goodness, how does he do this? How does Hiko do it again?
Não! Esse Major a gente ganhou, porra.
Yeah, Hiko started solidifying his clutch ability early
Não
on.
adiantou nada.
Obviously, what was it? Against Device in the team, Mirage.
So Hiko and Sean, that's a good
Olha
kill
o
from
time.
Hiko, but they realize Dupree's still
Mano.
in there somewhere. They're going to try and go for it here. They want to go all in. Hiko comes in with another kill and back to a 2-on-2.
Mano, o
That
Rico era
goes so
muito
far.
bom,
They're
chat.
gonna move quick
Muito
right now.
bom.
They're going for it. The defuse is already happening. Hiko, are you
Bizarro.
kidding me? He's going to go for it. They win the round. Hiko.
Caralho,
Hiko,
azul
are you kidding
laminada.
me? You know, I can't copy Enders, I won't try, but obviously that same tournament, I think he hit that flick shot on Dust 2.
It is too late.
Mano, isso daqui é lendário. Isso daqui é lendário, chat. Olha isso. Plau. Mano, isso aqui foi gravado dentro do jogo. Meu Deus, velho. Human reactions.
Shouts in at the end. We were next to each other at a lot of events. The first tournament with Shroud was Cologne, and we just was like, boom, he's on the team. We played online, boom, straight to Germany, boot camp. They're like, you're gonna room with Jordan. He's like the veteran. So it was funny. I showed him how to get a free breakfast because the hotel, I was like, listen, we just lie about what room we're in. These rooms get free breakfast. And he was just laughing and kind of like, he actually told me how much he looked up to me in the hotel room.
Que
So I
fofo,
told him, I
mano.
was like, listen, Mike, you look up to me, but I guarantee you, if you keep doing what you're doing, the roles are going to be reversed. And sure enough, man.
Wait until they get closer to the site. He ran Shroud.
I mean, probably one of the first guys that I saw that laser aim.
It's now
George era muito bom, chat. Muito bom. Ele era muito bom.
And that's going to be Cloud9 winning it back.
It was their chance for a fresh start at North American because we weren't necessarily the most
Era o começo. Eles começaram e chegou o Brasil lá e fez o quê?
respected region.
Amassamos todo mundo, porra. Foda.
And so, the scene began to grow. Whilst legends sat waiting for their chance at Major Glory.
Varsóvia, tá? Em Varsóvia.
This is my famous wall. This is my team. I spent with them like more time than my family. This is like a test IGL. This is like a Neo, also IGL. This is like a Snacks, sometimes IGL.
Foda.
Our coach Kuban, Bialy, and the Papito. Maybe not IGL, but they have like an eagle nose. Like here.
Mano, esse
and I,
cara é
of
muito
course,
foda,
in my
velho. Eu
team,
amo o Pacha,
I was
velho.
the sniper. With the best skin in the game, Dragon Lord. Papito.
Ele é muito gente boa, velho. Que raiva.
Losing the first major, heading into the second major, which once again is not us lifting a trophy. Virtus Pro, this major, Katowice.
Katowice major, and we say we're gonna play in the big stage. This is our goal. We will prepare for this. I always say, like a Polish crowd, show the world how you can help, how you can cheer from the crowd to the esports players.
We believed in ourselves so much, and we were such a dominant team at that point.
Soberba.
Heading into the second major felt still like, okay, we didn't win the first one, but we're definitely winning the second one. And as well, during this tournament run, we did what we always done, right? Winning.
Nossa, mano. A MIP era muito bom.
Virtus Pro, I think it's going to be the most amazing game ever. Our team has prepared very well for this tournament, and we're happy to be in the final.
We get up to the final, and it's against Virtus Pro at their home soil.
Nossa.
Katowice. Packed out.
Bizarro, mano.
The matchup versus NIP always was hard. We know
Caralho, é
that
verdade,
wasn't
eles ganharam o
easy.
Major em Varsóvia,
Norway,
mano.
Neo and Forest.
Katowice, na
There is
verdade,
like
né?
always special atmosphere in our
Bizarro.
team. Neo always play the best Counter-Strike and Forest the same. But we have an advantage. NIP know we playing in front of our crowd.
Very, very good start and a very nice pistol round by Virtus Pro, and everyone is cheering for them. It is just crazy.
And I think in this day they playing the top level. I feel it, because I think they a bit scared But this is my opinion. But I don't know them opinion.
Virtus Pro as a squad was scary. They like when people talk about scary. I know Very Games, right? People were talking about Very Games. Scary. No. You don't know scary. These guys, Virtus Pro, they were scary. These are the type of guys you play against, and it doesn't matter if you're up like 14-1.5. These guys would never, and I mean never,
Sim.
just give the game to you.
Mano, eles eram muito maduros, assim, tipo. Eles são bem mais velhos. Inclusive, a Virtus Pro, numa época, ele era o time mais velho de todos, assim, tipo. Todo mundo era muito acima, assim, de idade, tá ligado?
The job is not done yet. Our aims are ready to change the champion, to change the #1 in the world.
Taking information, just going onto the A bomb side, and there's no one. Pasha gets the first kill.
Pasha picks up the first kill. It's a headshot on take.
Pasha, Snacks, Nel e Taz e Bialy, né? Era isso, né? Isso.
Get right, and he'll put it down.
I remember this was like a special final because after this match is starting, one by round, people cheering. No, even not round by round, but by kill by kill.
On that A site, they've got 4 players in there, and Stacks coming in, gets himself a headshot onto Forest, and every frag is being cheered on by the crowd.
People went crazy, and this is what I remember. Every kill, single kill.
So they were at one point, I guess, called the Plow.
Virtus Plow is the...
Virtus Plow.
If the team give us, chance, win, round by round, there is no stop of us. There is no button to stop us.
Just machines, right? They could absolutely stomp opponents. You think you're winning, but then suddenly the ignition
Mano,
turns
sim,
on.
eu lembro
and
disso,
then they just
mano.
start plowing it.
He will eventually go down.
Eu lembro disso, velho.
They're 3 frags away now, Virtus Pro.
The last
Caramba.
one, that was Inferno. That was like a 4 versus 2. The bomb has been planted, and there was a 4 versus 1.
It's all on Forest. He gets the first.
In this time, I already like a vulcan, like a pumping myself. Even Forrest, I think, was alive. I am already jumping.
He doesn't get the second. Virtus Pro have won. Taz has delivered in front of the home crowd.
Foda.
Already
Em casa,
jumping
chat.
and, be happy, pump my biceps. I got the snacks already to hug him, to feel my team, and we say we did it. We did it. What we said 1 year ago, we're gonna play in the big stage, and we won. We realized the plan. Maxim, nothing more.
Foda demais,
Put your
mano.
hands together for your EMS1 Katowice champions, Virtus Pro.
Que saudades,
We
mano.
did get plowed that final, actually. We did get plowed when I think about it. This is the first CSGO major final I played. I think I've been in 5, where we lost 2-0. And it was not even close. So maybe the plow started from here. Who knows?
Everyone was proud. Everyone was proud when we won Katowice, when especially I back home, people on the street. I don't even know the esport. They congratulated me because everything was in television.
Caralho, que foda.
Media interesting. Even I go to my city when I'm born. The government of the city invite me.
Que legal
to the
isso,
building,
mano.
some a medal, some papers, flowers. So I feel like a god. I feel like a god. First time in my esport career, and from this moment, I told many times it's my esport career, my personality, Pasha
Não sabia
biceps,
disso.
growing up till days after this event. So I would like to say thank you for ESL Katowice make this event, and that's how I will remember my biggest match, my biggest tournament.
Foda.
How we love my team, how we stick together after many losses before. We can always stand up and fight for the biggest achievements in the world.
The camaraderie they had and the trust they had in each other was a very beautiful thing to see, even in a rivalry team. It was so nice to see a squad being so tight. They went on to be for sure one of the best teams in Counter-Strike. Absolute beasts.
Right now I show you the best achievement in my esport career, 2 in 1. One because I won the Katowice, and second one, I was the MVP of this event. So I wish every player that kind of moment.
Full control, my
All the
friend.
best,
Full
most
control.
important event of the year, and in the same time, MVP of this event.
Muito foda,
It's
mano.
me, papito.
Mano, uma das skins, assim, eu nunca fui de ter muita skin, né? Mas eu ganhei uma caixa da Cubble na época e eu vendi por 101 reais, sei lá. Aí eu comprei uma K Jaguar e eu coloquei o nome dela de Full Control por causa do Pacha, chat. Foi em 2015, eu acho, sei lá, 2014. Sei lá.
Biceps always of you.
Não, foi 2015 ou 16. Não, foi 2015, que 16 foi o
If
Brasil.
ever there was one thing that was for certain in CSGO, you eventually got what you deserved.
I remember this one. This is quite memorable for all of us. It's when we won our first major with NIP after like struggling for how many times was it? I think it was 3 major finals we lost.
Mano, sim.
Yeah, the
Sempre chegava na
relief
final.
winning this finally after 2 attempts earlier to actually be able to win the major the 3rd time against Fnatic. It was a lot of
Foi esta que eu assisti, mano.
doubt and
A final.
pressure, and I think Getright's emotion in this picture definitely speaks volumes.
A primeira
of
final de
how
Major que eu assisti foi
important that
essa,
win
as
was.
outras eu não assisti a final.
Was it Freiburg?
Yeah.
The 1v3 or 4?
1v5, I think.
Was it 1v5?
Not 1v5, 2v5. Exist just runs away and hides.
Ah, okay,
He kills
okay,
the plant when it's hidden.
Seal this round. It looked so good. Just a few seconds left here. 7, 6 left. Freiburg goes for the kill. He's gonna pick it up. If just
Eu lembro disso, velho.
There's no time. Oh my God, Freiburg, are you kidding?
Mano, esse mapa era... Mano, por que eles tiraram a porra da Cubble, velho? Que raiva.
Still does that call out. Like when he
Era
does
tão
something
bom.
amazing when we're playing, he would himself scream like Freiburg. Yeah. He's absolutely going insane, but he deserves it. He deserves it. Like that tournament.
fair.
Peak tournament for Adam. He always had that potential, and I think we were so hungry for after losing 2 major finals. I think everybody just needed that win so hard. Everybody just played out of their minds.
Sim.
Adam especially, but the whole team just stepped up big time.
It's a good moment though. Even as a competitor, I could still kind of feel like, yeah, you guys deserve it.
This was definitely the last chance for that lineup to win a major. Yeah. It's hard to put emotions on a big victory like this, but I think everybody has exploded. Getright dropping to the floor crying. So I think it speaks like for everybody in the NIP team that we did it.
2 second place finishes net. Finally claimed the title. They are the champions.
Mano, Forest sempre com um boné, né? Bizarro.
Fifth Round wasn't around long after this win, I believe. So cementing the 87-0 squad with a major victory out of like one of the greatest highlights of my entire career, and I think for many of us in that squad, always gonna be one of the biggest, if not the biggest, win ever.
Foda.
But the scene was not without controversy. With bigger tournaments and more money came allegations of foul play.
Caralho, o negócio da iBuy
Even
Power,
cheating.
chat.
So cheating allegations, and I guess the man of the hour is Flusha here.
You know what? This guy, because of this guy, the Flasha, our IGL Neo can't sleep. Neo can't sleep because of this guy. Neo always think he has something. Always.
Sim.
Neo always analyze.
Mano, todo mundo achava que ele era cheater. Todo mundo. Ele era muito bizarro jogando, tá?
Matches versus this guy. Always. Especially when we lost, Neo went crazy.
I think at some point I was probably dragged into like the whole, like, okay, yeah, he's cheating, or like
Todo mundo
at some
achava
point, no,
isso,
he's not
mano.
cheating.
He has wall hard, I'm hard, everything. And poor I. And I always say, poor Neo. That's gonna be like a very bad night for my friend Neo, for Felix.
Eu lembro dessa época, mano.
Finds the angle onto Olaf and the info on the other one. Surely not a 1v3 from Flusher. Ray. See you later, nerds!
We always have an obsession about cheaters. Obsession about everyone.
But at the same time, you like don't think anybody can cheat when you know like what DreamHack did and everything they tried to do to like secure everybody that.
I think we had the highest security out of anyone.
There was at one point a tournament.
Yeah.
Of course, Fusha.
Some things aren't that easily explainable in Counter-Strike. How you make reads.
There's a lot of gut feeling in Counter-Strike.
Sometimes you don't know, you're gonna just move your mouse, you're gonna move your keyboard, whatever, and because on the game your cursor is gonna do like that,
Sim,
and
mano.
maybe there is a skin behind the wall, but you don't know that you're gonna be a cheater.
It's starting when the Cockling.
Vocês lembram disso?
Killing me.
Vocês lembram disso?
On the circle on, especially on the land, in front of many thousands of people. That was like a quarterfinal.
Vocês lembram disso? Foi no Pacha, caralho, é verdade. Kukli. Mano, o nick dele era Kelly e todo mundo chamava Kukli, tá ligado? Nada a ver, mano.
Something's wrong. Few weeks later, there is like information on the internet. Kukli
Ele foi ban, mano. Olha lá, Kukli.
I still think about this. I write to Kukli a lot of times. Kukli, you have something or no? Please tell me. You have something or no? And Kukli, I swear, Pasha, I'm not cheating. I'm
Ele
not
tava
cheating.
cheatando.
To be honest, I don't know. To be honest, I don't know.
From that period, people can actually start thinking what people can cheat on a professional level, on a competitive level, in LAN.
It impacted us, but we tried to kind of switch it into this us against them mentality.
Eles iam falar da I by Power.
Let's shut the crowd down.
Yeah.
Like,
So
we would take the silence as
feeding.
cheers,
Yeah, you were feeding on the.
Yeah.
So the iBuyPower ban,
Olha lá.
man, we had heard, the CSGO lounge betting was happening. And
Mano,
people were realizing that
CSGO Lounge, chat. CSGO Lounge, mano. Esse site eu usei, hein, mano.
matches
Puta
around
que
it. No,
pariu.
dude, this match doesn't mean anything. We go
Já
into
postei
this,
muito em time
some
brasileiro.
other North American teams say something's
Daqui eu
happening,
postava umas
some
skins de
match fix,
10
someone got
centavos,
caught.
tá
And we
ligado?
kinda heard
5
someone
centavos.
without knowing the name, and then they said, I think it's Brax and all them. I think they literally threw a match. Wait a sec, they threw? Like, we're like, dude, I think they throw. Look at these clips.
He's gonna have
Mano,
two right there. Can
bizarro
they
isso.
line up for him? What is he doing? Why did he hesitate so much?
Mano,
oh, he says he
bizarro.
wanted the knife.
I gotta say, the entries are looking a little weak from iBuyPower along with the strats. I mean, they're just
Esse
doing
mapa
very basic
bizarro,
things.
mano.
I think they actually threw. Like, is this for real? Like, why would they? Like, how much money could they have made? Like, you're like wondering, was this really worth? Like, they're for
Tem
sure.
noção,
something
chat, que
bad
eles
is gonna
apostaram
happen. And
contra eles e entregaram a
then, of
partida.
course, the news comes out and boom, Valve bans them.
E o único que não sabia disso era o
We were still
Brax.
figuring out our scene. Like, these are players that we for sure thought maybe we'd even
O
play
Swag,
with again.
quer dizer.
And at
É,
this
o
time,
Brax,
you're
né?
thinking, wait, like
O Swag,
Brax,
no
who
caso.
I liked as a player, Steel, Dazed, AZK, like these are all really good players. Are they done? And then I kind of started to be like, oh, this is real. Tyler, of course, said, hey, I wasn't part of this. The other guys weren't denying it, and you're like, really? Man, it was a bummer. Honestly, it just felt weird to even ask him about it. I think eventually I talked to Brax, and he's like, I didn't really even know what I was
Tá
doing,
vendo?
but
Ele não sabia, mano. Vai lá, Vicky. Beijinhos. Valeu pelos subs, mano. Até mais. Boa noite pra você. Beijinhos.
So not only did we lose like a really good practice partner, but like our rivalries, rivalries push you to the next level. I mean, if I could turn back the clock and talk to the iBuyPower guys, it's obvious. Like, okay, stay away. This is not worth it. So, I mean, what else could I say, really, right?
Liberte o Brax. Free Brax. Ele foi desbanindo depois de um tempo. Inclusive, como que ele tá hoje em dia,
However,
chat?
this wasn't the first time the CSGO boat was rocked by drama. For that, we must look back to the time of the Olaf boost.
Nossa.
Oh, the Olaf boost. I'm gonna remember it all my life,
So yeah, the
Gente, olha que bizarro. Não sei se vocês conhecem o Olaf
sensitive
Boost, né? Mas ó.
topic for many reasons.
Gun shipping, are you ready? It's LDLC versus Fnatic. Make some noise.
Yeah, packed house here for this match, and this could potentially
Foi a
be a grand
DLDS que
final
ganhou
match.
esse campeonato, né?
Essentially, we ended up playing LDLC in the semifinals.
I remember we did a really good city side on Overpass. It was the third map.
LDLC are coming into
Ah, não,
the
eles
second half
perderam para
ultra
Fnatic.
confident. I mean, they had a near flawless first half here versus Fnatic. They have a great lead, a great head start going in here.
Não lembro. Acho que foi a época que a Fnatic começou a ganhar, não foi?
Comes in with another one here, and it's going to be a 1-on-2. He just has to defend. It's a one headshot. He needs to pick up a second one, and he's going to
Nossa, 13-3, mano.
double kill. LDLC, they win the round.
So
Foi porque o Olaf começou a ser o melhor do mundo.
Really deep hole.
Inclusive foi por aí que eu ganhei minha caixa, foi em 2015 que eu ganhei, quando o Olaf foi o melhor do mundo.
And then we
Verdade.
were like 13-4, something like that. And we are like, okay, we knew we had the game, and we're gonna close it out.
And then we had this, boost which we essentially wanted to save even further into the tournament, but this was a do or die moment.
Do they have a weird boost going on currently? Yes,
Look at this boost.
Oh my god.
Mano, olha isso, que roubado,
He can
velho.
look over to the restrooms as well.
But I must ask, who came up with the boost? Like, where did you?
So it was JW who came with it, I don't know, 1.5 or 2 months earlier. So we never used it in practice. We'd only seen how it might play out.
So you didn't you never used. So that was actually the first
Olha
time.
que
you actually,
desgraçados, mano.
so you didn't actually know how it played out.
No.
Patience game coming out. He can spot them coming out of Squeak Door as well. He's here. He sees them down there. Straight headshot. They have no idea. Smith's looking confused and dazed, and there's going to be a follow-up headshot. Meister, you've got to be
Mano, olha
kidding me.
isso, velho.
They pick up the round. The boost works.
And then we started to get killed. We don't really know how. Maybe we are missing
Imagina você tá
some information.
jogando,
Make
mano.
sure to come
Imagina você tá jogando e você morre do nada e não sabe de onde você tá morrendo, velho.
wisely
Tipo,
for your
porra.
teammates and stuff like that. So that's fine.
They still are not sure. They're just getting fired at. They're going down. Olofmeister, they have no idea.
Mano, esse meta existe até hoje, que bizarro.
He's still
Da
killing
smoke
us.
ali.
And we're trying to do some timeouts and to speak between us. Like, where is he?
Oh man, what a situation. What an absolutely crazy situation.
I mean, did you see him? Did you see him? Did you see him? No. Like, what is going on?
No, I think he's just jumping. There it is. Olofmeister. He's raining down death from above. It's 13-7.
I remember them looking so confused.
You can see.
I just see AKs like looking up in the...
Look at this now happening.
Mano, muito bom,
When he
velho.
gets spotted, Olmeister sees it coming.
And all the crowd, like next to us, were like starting like just to jump or whatever, like to look at us to say, ah, what is going on?
What?
We don't understand. You know what I mean?
Fnatic, they make their way to
Tadinho
the
dos
semis of
shots,
another
mano.
major tournament here. Pronax with a final kill.
Then we just like lost the match, and normally when you lose a match, you are frustrated, you are sad, you are angry, whatever, but you got emotions. And it's probably one of the only match of my whole career that we didn't have emotions because we
É,
didn't
tipo,
understand.
não dá pra
We didn't know
entender.
what's going on.
I mean, the map is called Olaf Pass for a reason. Honestly, I don't know, I am genuinely speechless. It's made me so upset, that, because it is complete. Do you think it's fair?
Porra, mano, mó injusto o bagulho.
In the arena, the fans were cheering.
Olha,
right?
olha,
So
olha.
we were super excited. I was screaming after every kill, I think. I was super excited, and I was like, yeah. Then we won, right? I was super happy. And then, yeah, I was watching Twitter, and that was just a weird vibe. Like,
After the match, then of course we went towards the admin because we are like he's seeing like 70% of the map. How is it legit?
É, então.
I remember being, obviously sad, watching at the reactions.
It was so weird as a spectator as well. I remember actually tweeting. I said I wrote like, "This isn't Counter-Strike at all."
Yeah.
This
But
isn't
it was all
CS.
this circumstance because we're recently cheating accused of flasha. I remember even walking into the hotel, some players would yell at us, scream at us. So we couldn't really talk to anyone. It was like everyone hated us.
Caralho, que
Yeah, we were isolated
merda.
from the competitive scene at that point.
Yeah, people were not liking us. The community did not like us. All the pro players, everyone. That for me was very hard. I was close to stop playing professionally. I didn't want to do anything else. This is not worth it, you know. Weird vibe and very like depressing times. I just remember I wanted to leave. I wanted to get out of there.
I think a lot of players, myself included, is like a little bit like regretful probably how it all turned out.
Even if, in my opinion, it was not legit to do something like that, I can't say that it was also something good with
Todo
all
mundo odiava
people
eles.
going harsh at them or whatever. The bashing on their side like were too heavy, way too heavy, and I think it was really
mano,
hard
que a
for
culpa
them.
Not the best memories.
é
after
foda,
that win,
mano.
but,
Tipo, a culpa é meio que do jogo por permitir isso, mas a culpa é deles também por eles abusarem, tá ligado?
Because at the end of the day, we decided to drop out of the tournament.
Aí a DS ganhou.
The match between against LDLC. Okay. So this is final, and LDLC is through. They're gonna face off.
So we essentially decided there's no point in,
That's actually true.
in
Like,
doing
who
it.
can handle that? Actually,
No, it was like you had to isolate for a while from social media.
no.
Eles voltaram bagaçando.
I don't think that boost was that overpowering.
Como
I've
não?
said this many times before. If it happened again, I would do the same. Like
da
now,
puta.
even more so. And I would fight the decision. Like, I don't know, I'm a different person now. But yeah, in the end, it kind of helped because after that, I think I became a better player and we as a team became a better team.
Sim,
as
ele
well,
ficou
because
melhor do
we were
mundo,
like,
né, depois.
Okay, fuck it. It's we against everyone else. Let's just do this together. And we started winning and we won a lot.
Sim, muito. Eles ganharam tudo, mano.
And also for Fnatic in a way, for all kind of this bullshit that was going on, like let's just not put that chance in the trash. If we win against Fnatic like that, we win the event, no matter what.
Round of applause for LDLC.
Foda, foda.
Oh, they're even going to put it up there.
That win, like you will remember it for a lifetime. And I was also playing with Smith, who is my best friend. You know, when the first major came out, we were like, okay, let's do a premise
fofo, mano.
that we're gonna win our first major together. And we did what we were actually like dreaming of when we were younger. And I'm really happy to have been lucky with him and with my former teammates back then.
Foda.
And with the controversy behind us, a new scene began rising. Born
Vamos,
out of South
Brasil,
America.
porra! Brasil, porra! São Paulo, Brasil. Presente, presente, porra!
So many years playing, so many nice moments. Major trophy, a lot of friends, some rivals. Very cool. When CSGO came out, personally I had just joined university. I was studying electrical engineering for 2 weeks, and then CSGO came out. And for me it was like, what the hell do I do now? Do I keep studying? Do I finish this university, or do I really go all in again on gaming? Because I had done that before. It was in 2009 when I got the invitation to play with the best Brazilian players at the time, and I really went all in during that time. But it was a tough time for CS overall, because I think it was at the very end of PS 1.6 and things were not looking that good anymore. So yeah,
Aí
I
ele
had
tá
some thoughts
contando,
then, I
velho.
decided
Que da
I
hora.
had to go all in again. I had to keep going.
Foda.
And then 2014, we decided to go to our first CSGO tournament. It happened in France. And on that specifically month, we decided to use all the gatherings, all the money we received from the Students on Games Academy.
Já fiz já, mano.
I'm here to talk today about CT on Mirage.
And we actually told the community, hey, we're going to be using the money to go to that tournament.
Eu já
So
fiz
the
já, acho que de
subscriptions doubled,
2015.
and we went from like 200 students monthly to 400 at that time. And then we played our first tournament there. I think we won a match and lost all of the others, or maybe we lost all the matches. And it was quite funny because even Pasha here, I remember in Fur, he was like on the tournament, I'm going to take a photo with this guy. I might not have ever seen him again, you know? And then that's when we went for our first international tournament.
Olha, esse mousepad é o meu, mano.
Aspen. And that's when we really showcased ourselves to the world for the first time, because we beat Cloud9. Jordan and his team was doing super good at the time. Then here comes the Brazilians coming from nowhere, nobody ever heard
Amassamos
them.
todo mundo,
And then we
filho.
played an amazing match against them on Mirage. We were playing with a couple new strategies that no one have ever seen it.
Mano.
We're literally throwing 5 smokes at the same time.
Mano. A invertida, chat.
To make sure that they,
A invertida,
don't take losses once
mano.
these grenades come in. And there you go. See Cloud9 moving in a little bit. They know what's going on.
We had all planned out where we're gonna plant the bomb, which kills are gonna come, how they would freak out when they see all the smokes. And then people are like, oh my god, like we gotta get this game global.
Just like that, Cloud9 get obliterated.
Mano,
The Brazilians,
porra.
Kaboom, I don't think anyone
Eu
saw
sou
that
dessa
coming,
época,
and
mano.
Cloud9 looks stunned, they look
Eu
speechless.
literalmente acompanhei desde o começo, velho. Desde o começo do
Having the
começo, tá
Brazilians as
ligado?
a rival were interesting because they moved to USA, so now we had a new practice partner, and these guys were like, "Whoa, these guys could shoot."
Yeah, so we first went to US, and we went together to some stores, buy the first tables, get the first chairs. You know, we were deciding who is gonna sleep with who because we didn't have enough rooms for everyone. But you know, there was just this feeling that what really mattered to us was playing some CS. And that's when we received the first invite to play qualification process in Katowice for the major. During that
Eu
trip,
lembro
we
disso,
didn't have
mano.
enough money to do all the things we wanted.
Foi o Flusha que ajudou
And
eles?
that's when
Não lembro.
Flusha had just won, I think, a Pantamera tournament in Sweden, and he decided to donate his winnings to our cause.
Hey Flusha, we're just hanging out here in Denver and realized that you made a donation for us of 4K reals, and because of you, we are ready to go there. Thank you so much, man.
Foda
With a lot
demais,
of
mano.
help from himself and other players and other orgs like ESA and Brazilian community were able to go to Poland and qualify
Eu
for the
lembro
first major.
disso, mano.
And you can imagine
X
the
Games.
pressure, right? Because not only really wanted to go through and do well, but a lot of you have helped us financially and emotionally, and everyone supporting us. And when we went to the last match, we're playing the Danish guys.
Eles ganharam
I just
mapa, se não me engano,
remember
né?
the feeling of finishing that match and recognizing how important that win was.
Fallen picks it up, and Kaboom advance another step closer to the major.
Couple changes here, couple changes
Ah,
there.
não, eles
and we were
ganharam.
able to
É verdade,
get
é verdade.
This guy in the team. Eventually, ZKK was removed and Code Zero
Era
was
dois times,
added.
tinham a Golden Chance e tinha um time da Kabum que virou a Cade depois, né? E o Cold veio junto com o Taco no outro time dos brasileiros que moravam na frente deles, tá ligado? Aí eles fizeram essa troca.
And since day one, he already showcased something different. We would go play practice and he was
Ele, o
just
Taco e
a
o
headshot
FFNX.
machine. You could see it on the first days. Even the practice we're playing, I remember even Kerrigan saying something like, where the hell did you find this guy? You know, he was like dropping 30 bombs every single practice. And from day one, he was very different. He had a lot of dedication. He was the first one on the server, last one off. Very smart, very open-minded to the ideas the team wanted to play. At certain point, we felt that something was needed. We decided to pick up Taco, FNX, and Zeus, the coach, and make a big replacement to the
Mano,
team.
será que ele vai falar? O primeiro campeonato que eles jogaram, o primeiro mapa, eles perderam de 16-0 pra Fnatic. A primeira partida que eles jogaram foi num campeonato, numa Dreamhack, se eu não me engano. Não vou lembrar. Mas aí, eles perderam 16-0, aí eles começaram a jogar pra caralho e ganhar, e tipo, começou a ganhar de todo mundo, e perdeu na final de novo pra Fnatic. Mas, mano, Eles saíram de um 16-0 e pararam em segundo no campeonato.
That
Bizarro.
was just the beginning for us. That's where all the magic happened.
Ladies and gentlemen, let's make some noise here. Light the building up.
Yeah, MLG Columbus, I remember at the time as well, they had just doubled up the prize pool. You went from $250,000 to $500,000, which were like, whoa, if it happens for us to win, that's gonna be the biggest ever.
There you have it, folks. And again, I don't think you can nod enough to Fallen. Not only what he has done with this team, what he does with any of his players around him, and what he has done for the Brazilian scene.
They've already, in the space of a few months, elevated themselves. They're already an elite team. They're making finals. They're coming close to winning. The key thing is they've never won a big tournament before, and they've certainly never been this deep in a major
chegavam
before.
e
So
não
the obvious
ganhavam.
narrative is like, oh, is it their time yet?
And we played this tournament super well. One of the deciding matches happened on Mirage again, and this time we had this guy, 15-9. Yeah, he has the graffitiing game now on Van, on B-side Mirage.
Foda. Eu assisti só ao vivo, chat. Eu assisti só ao vivo, mano. Vocês têm noção disso? Mano, eu fiquei sem reação quando eu vi isso, tá? Falei, que? Eu tava muito puto que a gente tava perdendo. Eu falei,
He made some magic happen and we were
caralho,
like, what the hell? What just
aconteceu,
happened?
mano?
And he was like, I can't even explain what happened, guys. I
Aí,
just
mano,
win this
caiu a
thing out.
ficha. Eu falei, caralho.
From that moment on, we kept going and we came back into this
Eu
match.
tava em cal com um amigo meu
Even
ainda.
a tackle on the second map on Cash, he wrongly, or I think he misbought the auto sniper, and he was getting so many kills with him. I think he even bought it again afterwards.
Big play from Fur, and now Taco's in there.
Mano, bizarro. Aqui é muito bom, velho. Muito bom.
Some of those things that decides that you don't really account for, but when it's your time to win, when it's fate, it just really happened. And then later on, we played finals against Navi, and we won first map on Mirage.
Picking it up, and Luminosity winning on Mirage.
And then from that moment, the confidence was over the roof. We just wanted to win this trophy so much that nothing was stopping us.
Now it's a one-on-one, Guardian versus Taco. It may just be destined to be.
Caralho, eu lembro disso,
Luminosity
mano.
winning their first major championship.
Não vai falar do Fer, não?
So yeah, this team was quite special. Quite special. Selfless player, Taco, playing for the team, doing his anchor role. Every team wanted to have a Taco at the time. We had Code Zero, best player in the world for 2 years in a row, insane rifler. We had Fur, the most aggressive player, and I would say meta-changing game style, you know, like so many people learn from him. And we had FNX, surviving from the ashes, clutching a lot.
Mano, era bizarro, chat. Porque você viu o FNX? Tipo, você via que ele não tinha tanta mira que nem os outros. Ou que ele era, tipo, um player star, um star player, assim. Mas, mano, sempre quando precisava, ele ia lá e ganhava os rounds, assim, tipo, bizarro, era bizarro. Oi, Emily, como que você tá? Mano, era bizarro.
FNX, the kind of player who you just see that he was born for the game.
Mano, é bizarro, ele nasceu pra jogar CS, mano, é bizarro. Que bizarro isso, mano.
Really was worth it, you know.
Que saudades, mano, dessa
época. Since 2003, I won that in 2016, so 13 years of grinding, you know, a lot of time looking for a moment like that.
Foda.
I know that you've sacrificed an awful lot. You've moved home, you've left family at home, you've had no money, you've put money into the scene, you've helped the Brazilian Counter-Strike scene, so much. Can you sum up to me just what this means to the country of Brazil and your teammates?
Just to sum it up, this is our dream coming true. And I don't know, just thanks. It's our dream to play Counter-Strike competitively, and winning the biggest tournament ever on CSGO means so much to me personally, and I'm sure it means a lot to my teammates as well.
Caralho, que saudades dessa época, chat.
One by one, the great leaders of Counter-Strike began to get their moments of glory.
Mano, vai falar da SK?
From Fallen to the legendary Ukrainian captain, Zeus.
I just say, Olaf Meister, I love you. And second, God help me, and I won major. Woo!
Era pra gente ter ganhado esse Major, velho. Que tristeza, mano.
But despite all of this, the scene still yearned for a major win out of North America.
Pô, essa visão é muito norte-americana desse documentário, né? Norte-americana gringa. Teve quase nada do Brasil, chat. Não teve nada do segundo Major do Brasil. Que bizarro.
Shroud, Stewie, Automatic, Skadoodle. We hit our stride for sure, but really we hadn't done what we wanted this whole time. We hadn't won a major. You know, I think at that point something needed to happen in our team. Myself and Shroud out for Tarek and Rush, and honestly, it looked all the same. Everything looked the same until E-League Major, Boston.
We're gonna have FaZe versus Cloud9, so much history, and it's all about this trophy.
Esse campeonato foi da hora também.
E-League Major, the final, the choke. Yeah, it's a hard one. I mean, we played super good going into that tournament. We were super confident, and during the tournament we just became better and better and better.
FaZe Clan, this is meant to be their major. They've been the favorites for like coming in, one of the most expensive rosters, if not the most expensive roster. If they don't win this, this is a missing ring.
Mano, esse time era muito bom, velho. Puta merda.
Not only was their team top to bottom skilled, Olaf was probably considered the previous couple years one of the best players in the world. Came back as like not even their star player at that point, and he was still such a beast. Then you got Nico, who's arguably the best rifler of all time in CSGO. Kerrigan, who's arguably one of the best strat callers.
Nico é muito
Rain,
bom,
who's one
mano.
of the most solid land players. Every shot he needs to hit, he's gonna hit. And then Guardian, he was one of those operas who you felt his presence always.
And then in the final, right, we play Cloud9, which was a very big surprise. They went down 0-2 in the group stage.
Boom, you go into E-League Major groups.
Nossa, 0-2, mano.
You're 0-2. Dead team walk-in starts to rise. The zombies start to stand up. There's like resentment building in the team. People aren't very happy.
Behind the scenes, there was a lot of rumors going around that Cloud9, the team was finished, like they were done. They didn't want to play with each other.
And they flipped a switch. And that switch was, now they're 1-2. Now they're 2-2. Now they're 3-2, they're out of groups, and now all of a sudden something's cooking here.
Now Cloud9, on the other hand, an unbelievable, difficult run that they faced. It was an uphill battle. They had to beat all of the top teams above them to get there.
We were kind of happy to play Cloud9 in the final. And we were like, oh, yeah, okay, now we got a very big opportunity, right? And then, yeah, the final, we win the first map, and then we lose the second map, and then we play the third map, Inferno. And yeah, I think everybody knows how that went. To this day, I still haven't looked at that game. I haven't looked at that VOD. I can't do it.
You've never watched it back?
Ele nunca assistiu, mano.
I have a very hard time doing so. I've watched the Mirage game. That's the only one. I watched the one we won. And I'm like, I'm not watching more, man. I don't really see the point because I know that I'm just going to get pissed off. I'm just going to get angry. I'm just going to get tilted. All right, let's watch this shit again.
Ele vai assistir de novo.
You know, we're here on NA soil. You got Stu coming on Tarek's shoulders. I think the boys were just, first of all, like the fact that they were there at all after being 0-2 was probably going through their heads. And then I think just in general, they knew they needed to get this crowd going. Like any advantage you can get.
Yeah, it was a super big moment for Americans. Not only the first time in a major final, I think it is for the Americans, or second time, but also being on home soil.
Sim.
Nobody expected it.
Boston makes a noise in this bitch!
They start to press, and the pistol bullets are all over the place, but it's going to be FaZe who get the defuse.
I think the whole game was very close, and then on the T side, when we switched over, we played super good in the start.
Mano, olha esse time da FaZe, vai se fuder.
During the whole major, I had a feeling that we were gonna win.
Match point FaZe, they are on the cusp of winning this major.
And after that, I think we all started to believe maybe.
Hoje o Tarek tá no Valorant.
We had already won.
And you said Cloud9, if they wanted to do it, they'd have to do it the hard way.
But at the same time, this makes me feel a little bit better because I thought it was 15-9, but 15-11. But we should still win this.
Tarek is not done with this major yet.
Here it is, Tarek! They stay alive for one more round.
Tyler gets big op kills, big clutches, big B holds. Like, they definitely needed to show up. It wasn't easy.
Mano, teve um round na B, e eu acho que foi no último round, né? Que o Stewie, foi o Stewie que matou 3, 4, sei lá.
Then Stewie started playing off in pool on banana like every round, and we had a very hard time adapting to that.
Being pulled, automatic coming off his position, the smoke, the flashes, automatic blinds. Stewie needs to land some shots, and he is. 2 kills for him.
There was a couple of moments where it looked bleak, and then all of a sudden, boom.
Goes down, he must stay alive. Stewie is going absolutely crazy on the B bomb site. There's no time to fly the bomb. It's too late. The money's not there.
Foi esse round aqui agora, não foi?
It was a lot of noise.
Ou foi no OT?
Pumping 10 times
Não
faster
lembro.
because you just want to end it. The final buy, the final round, and this is a lot of pressure because we felt that we should win this major, and there was a lot of people who really wanted to win a major. Guardian has been in a major final like 4 times, and this was his 4th one. And we are 15-14, and it kind of feels like this is the only chance we have.
Take a breather here and recompose for the final round of regulation.
I think they like faked A and they were falling back B last second.
FaZe Clan trying to force the CTs back on A.
There's 1 minute left. I think we have a little bit more time to decide what we want to do. I make a stupid play.
One of Maestro has been taken out towards the B bomb site.
It's about the pressure it gets to you, man.
And I think FaZe like might have got a kill, but there's like 12 seconds.
They are 1v3 on B now.
If Stewie just gets run over, they'd probably get bombed down.
Stewie's on his own, but look at the time!
And
Tá vendo? Foi esse round.
Look at the time, there's 7 seconds to got the bomb!
Boom, time's wearing down. You can hear Barrel's voice right now.
They're trying to build pyramids, but there's no more play!
Boom, Stewie holds B up.
Stewie's won the round! We're going to overtime!
Cloud9 have done it!
Foi esse round, mano.
They came back all the way!
He hits every shot. If he misses one of those and they get the refrag,
Já
we win
era.
the major. So that feels hard to see, yeah.
É bizarro.
It's hard to watch, man. It is. It's first time seeing this, so yeah. Yeah, I don't know.
Secured the overtime, which was still not a done deal, but what an epic feat in that arena. And that's when the crowd started losing their mind, saying, I think we can close this. Let's do it here.
They give themselves another chance, and you have to wonder.
These personalities, I feel like both Tarek and Stewie especially, they kind of become better when the crowd is on their side. They can feed off it, you know, right? And they didn't give up, and you have to give it to them.
NA's wanted this major so bad that I think right when they hit that overtime round, it was like a release, collective release of the audience, like losing their mind.
I mean, for us, it was hard to reset mentally, right?
Eles estavam chocados,
you
mano.
kind of had already won the major when you're at 15-11 team side, and then you're on overtime. You're like, shit, we had 4 tries.
Cloud9's defense is looking very strong indeed. Press back at it again from the pit position, and it doesn't seem like there's a way to stop Cloud9 now.
But it's hard watching because it's so like small stuff that could have changed a lot of rounds.
Sim.
And that's
Ele tá puto assistindo.
He's the only man standing between Cloud9 and the major. It's going to be a double peak. There's the first one. We're going to overtime number 2.
Guardian did clutch a lot in this tournament, so you felt like it was still a possibility. You're hoping, right?
Can he do it again? He's been in this position before to win phase. Around a very
Mano,
important,
o Guard era
crucial
muito
one. Can he
bom,
deny
velho.
Cloud9?
He's gonna close his
Pariu,
win too.
mano.
This is what he does.
We saw from this position before. He cannot miss a single shot.
You could hear them saying, send them home.
Guardian waits patiently.
It sucks wanting your teammate to clutch, but this, I don't know.
As Cloud9 sets the push up. Oh! Oh, it's happened!
And they peeked him and he missed a shot. And I was like, dude, that was it right there.
Cloud9 are your E-League Major champions!
Foi legal isso, foi legal, mano.
So I was just like, honestly, watching on my phone when they were in the playoffs. Wow, they're doing this. What's going on? I'm like, dude, I'm about to win a major. And then all of a sudden, I'm checking my phone. This map, that map. Third map. They lost. Oh my gosh, I didn't lose. It's overtime. Oh my, and like watching it, and I was like, dude, they just won the major.
You're shocked. You don't know what to say, you don't know what to do, and you don't understand what just happened because
Sim.
like 10 minutes ago you were up 15-11.
Pô, tadinho do
You were
Guard,
gonna
mano.
win a major, but you end up losing in double overtime Yeah, that was it's a tough one, and it's the hardest loss that I ever had in my career, and one of my hardest days in my entire life.
Oh, dude, I can't imagine for Olaf, Nico, all those boys on FaZe. I mean, one, to just feel like you're just such a better team top to bottom, and then two, actually be at match point and let the map slip out of your hands like that. That's one that they didn't sleep well for a couple nights at least.
Triste, mano.
To this day, I mean, people talk about that upset, and Nico should have won. That could have changed his whole career and trajectory.
These are the moments that you remember more than the wins. Like the wins, you kind of get over them pretty fast, but the losses, they still haunt you to this day, you know?
The E-League Major champion.
NACS definitely fell back after we won that, yeah, and it did. And for the fans now, we had something to hold on to, and then as players, now you knew that everything was going to be taken more seriously.
Pô, o CS norte-americano nunca foi... Pô, mano.
Thank you. I don't really have much words to say, as you know.
Foda.
I'm not crying, you're crying, stop.
It's just so epic to have Skadoodle do that interview, because that's not him. Like, he was always in the background, and to have, I'm not crying, you're crying, you know? But I understand to pass that barrier and to overcome that is kind of what they were all playing for.
Finally, with a North American major win, the scene rejoiced. And boy, did we ever have fun in doing so.
Where did all the memes come from? You are not my friend, you are my brother,
You're my brother, my friend.
You're my brother, my friend.
I definitely think North America had the most, like, content, you know, like Mo, you know,
Caralho, vocês lembram disso? Chicken coop! Chicken coop!
I could hear his voice from the picture. I don't know how often you could say that. Tarek eating cereal, getting aces. Freakazoid, our whole team, you know.
Era o Freakazoid. Porra, tinha esquecido o nome dele, caralho.
Always the guy, like memes coming to Papito, to me.
The Score Esports, they have an application where you can basically catch up on all of the esports.
People
Fui control, my friend.
Because they think about me bad, I am stupid, I don't know English, and I don't care. When someone asks me, Pasha, go to interview, I go for interview. Hello, my friends, here is talking Pasha Biceps from Virtus Pro.
Mano, muito foda.
Good morning, my friends.
People would recognize me in 2009, but not to the same extent we happened in 16 and 17.
Bad Fallen.
I became the most followed pro player in CS. I was able to be presented in a shampoo, for example, for clear, just like Cristiano Ronaldo, you know. which one you want?
Foda,
like
foda.
Brazil saying, do you want the Cristiano Ronaldo face or Fallen face? Of course, I'll take the Fallen one.
Oh man, I already know you. The flashbang dance. This is a simple one. I can only do a little one behind the chair here. But the flashbang dance, it started as the character in
Sim,
CSGO,
eles
when they
colocam a
got
mão.
blind, their arm goes in front, you have the gun out. It was kind of goofy. And then like we beat Dignitas on stage like a clone, and I just flashbang dance on him like right before the handshake on the stage. And then it just started rolling when people were like flashbang dance, and like that was the thing that I created all the way to this point where now we have a song in the game called the flashbang dance. So
We saw that
Oh,
Neymar
Neymar.
was playing, and then he wanted to start investing into a team. Like he even thought about buying us from SK, from what I heard. Quite frankly, he's good. He's smart. Like he knows some tricks. He knows how to clutch.
I stream a lot, and I go to matchmaking. And there was the guy who, act bad. And I say to him, you are not my friend.
You are not my friend.
And he was, he feel bad. And I say, you are not my friend. You are my brother, my friend.
You are my brother, my friend.
I went to Russia, and boom, the guy had a fallen face with a full bird on his arm.
Caralho.
And I'm like, what the heck? Like, what do I mean to you for you to put my full face on your bicep?
I always say, my friend, my friend, my friend. I like it. I'm proud of this because it's very good sentence.
Sim.
Very good sentence.
Fofo.
But amongst all of that fun, little did the scene know that a new king was emerging. From the icy winds of the north.
Astralis, filho. Astralis, porra.
Okay, so Peter, a lot of people say that this is where the action happens.
This is not the bedroom.
I'm not talking about the bedroom, but I know that there should be some trophies in here.
There's a little bit of trophies in here.
And I'm curious to see which ones you can show me.
Foda.
There's a few. I mean, you mentioned... I have this one.
Mano, 5 vezes, chat. O cara ganhou 5 Major. Vai se fuder. Esse cara é muito foda.
Yes, yes, it has.
But MVP, huh?
Yeah, I got
Nice.
a little bit. This is like one of the oldest trophies that I have, like from this, like it's called Steel Series Go League. It was like a Danish small championship.
You also know it's small when it says, congratulations with your nice placement in the SteelSeries League. Thank you for participating and keeping the esports going.
Yeah, that's keeping it alive. Yeah, that's true. We had the
Que
Katowice
foda,
one here.
mano.
Nice. And there's like ECS season 5.
Was this the one in London?
Yeah, I think so. And this one as well from... I mean, careful, you might drop it on your toes. It might hurt.
You can just give me all of them. I'm gonna present for one day that I'm Dupree.
I guess.
Você tá maluco, filho?
And then of course,
This is a insane life, you know. Yeah, can I have the gold bar too? Damn, son.
I brought you some tea, Casper.
Lovely.
You told me I could give you the best one in the house, so I brought you the mango one.
You gave me yours, I think. No?
I did? There's a lot of pictures here, and I can definitely tell that this is like a really great combination of everything that CSGO has brought to us.
This is, I think, the first iteration of Astralis.
Yeah.
And probably the first organization that was owned just by players.
Yeah, like the first player-owned organization. We wanted to have wanted to have a voice within the team, and I think that was one of the main reasons why we wanted to create it. Also because we wanted to create something Danish. I think that was also one of the things that stood out for us. But that was also like maybe the kickstart of the choking thing that we also had in Astralis. I think that came later in Astralis. We won a couple of tournaments in TSM, but there was without a doubt that we had issues dealing with the pressure and dealing with the expectations that came along with the whole winning process. And I think this is like Mia. I don't know how many people actually know her, but she was the first one that we picked up in Astralis to help us.
Caramba, que foda.
Solve these problems, you know, like try to make us see ourselves as athletes in a different way. And she was also one of the forces for us winning our first major, I believe.
It's Championship Sunday in the grand finals of the 2017 E-League Major.
Team Astralis, like an organization, I always remember them like a very professional team.
Sim.
Like a players, then staff. Before the final, when
Os
I
robôs.
saw like the psycholog, and we said, what the hell is going on? They got psycholog in the team, the girl, and everyone, you know, they are one step ahead of us with psycholog guys.
Mano, adoro o inglês do
Prior
Pacha,
to
velho.
this major win, I was like given a warning from Sonic at that time because I had my struggles in my personal life that I couldn't figure out, and it just made me a bad teammate, I guess, and I couldn't find the focus. So he actually told me maybe 3 months before the major that you know, you need to like get your shit together, otherwise, you know, we might eventually have to look for someone else. And obviously the further we got into the tournaments, I feel like we started playing better, and then all of a sudden we found ourselves in the grand final against Virtus Pro. You know, like the Poles at that time, they were like really experienced, and I remember going
Mano, eu
over
lembro
against them in the
disso.
final, was like, okay, this is like a little bit of like the final boss, you know.
Yes.
We've got an amazing story going into this final. Duncan, just give me some thoughts.
For me, Astralis, I mean, win or lose, they're the best team in the world. You look at their record, 3 finals in a row, but they're facing the legends. You know, this is a team where they've had the same lineup since they won that last major, which was in early
bizarro.
2014. So you know this is a legendary team, and they kind of play that final boss
Olha
role
isso,
in
mano.
this
Eles
era.
eram muito velhos.
We never found
Pra
ourselves in
época.
the grand final of the
Época não, né?
major before. That's what
Eles eram
we all
o
want
time
to
mais
win one.
velho
It's
de
also
todos, chat.
what you're fighting for as a Counter-Strike player.
Yes. Maybe you want to talk us through the third map train, because you were behind quite a lot.
Yeah,
right?
yeah, we were.
So, can you remember anything from this comeback? Like,
I think I remember everything.
Yeah.
It would require nothing short of a miracle for Astralis to bring this game back.
We lead in the last map, like a 13-6, I guess, 13-6. It's almost 3 rounds to get like a second major. I already think about, you know, like my achievement, about, you know, like a money we can bring to Poland. I can, you know, do something. I can invest something.
You're telling me that on the CT side, when you were trailing
Ele
behind
desfocou,
quite a
né?
lot, there was no point where you were like, this is getting away from us, we're not winning.
Yeah, a little bit. Of course there is. I mean, I think you always have a little bit of doubt, but I think it's about like not let the doubt take over. Like you always need to keep fighting for everything around, and I think that's what we did.
Zipmix, but Zipmix, he's playing this magnificently. And there's the clutch, point blank with the Tech 9.
And the further we got into the game, like the closer we got to the end.
One kill after another. Astralis have now found their way to 10 rounds.
Cara, que bizarro, mano. Isso foi bizarro, tá?
Pasha and Taz are left. It's a 2-on-4. Astralis, they're bringing you back.
To go for that kind of play, to throw it all on one round.
Eu tava torcendo pra Virtus Pro, mano, nesse campeonato.
VP definitely did not expect that.
The last
Essa
call,
final, né,
the
no
Glaive, I think
caso.
is like one of the most iconic things in my career is that the Glaive was like, guys, we're just gonna rush outside, just do the rush again, and everyone's like, yeah, let's do it. You know, everyone felt that okay, this is gonna work no matter what.
Are they going to win their first major, the first time they're in the finals, and their first title? We'll find out because the action's on, and Gabby opens it up, takes down Bialy already.
The bomb has been picked up by the
Yarby.
They get the spray. Neil takes one, and Taz is there, and Astralis, they win the first major championship, 16-14.
Like I said, like Katowice was my favorite tournament. Major Atlanta was the most heartbreaking moment in my career. After the finals, we asked Astralis, guys, what you doing? What the tactics? How you won versus us? This is impossible. And you know what they said? They said, guys, on the arena, on the crowd, was so loud, very loud. We don't hear nothing, and we just say, go Rashay. And that's it.
Go
You can
Rushei,
imagine?
foda-se.
Nothing special, nothing special.
Just rush.
Just press the W forward and go. You know.
Caralho,
to the
bizarro,
max.
né, mano?
This is what you know. I don't know what to say.
I ended up getting the last kill as well, and all this, you know, the feelings of getting a warning and being, oh, there's a chance I might get replaced and everything, you know, I had all that taken away from me.
Que isso? Alisson, muito obrigado pela raid. Sejam todos bem-vindos. Como que vocês estão? Chat, vamos seguir o Alisson agora. Estamos assistindo aqui um documentário do CSGO.
How we lost.
É isso, mano.
13-6. 3 rounds. 3 rounds. It's so close.
Foi cortado? Que isso?
When I started playing, I
Boa
don't think I
noite, boa
expected me
noite.
to win a major. I don't
Como
think
que foi a
anyone does that in
livezinha?
some sense. Like you want to achieve and win a major, but actually getting there is kind of crazy.
So this is the relief photo, right? With the confetti and your tongue is out and...
Yeah.
Yeah,
I remember when we won that round, everyone just jumped up and
Thanks,
threw
valeu
the
pelo
headsets
follow.
off, and Danny started crying, and I started crying, and I was sitting on the floor crying, and probably the case
Tô
of
bem,
this
tô
started
bem,
there as
mano.
well.
This must be the coolest thing you have here?
I think so, yeah.
Insert Grand Slam, Peter Dupree Rasmussen, DreamHack Marseille, Pro League Season 7.
Eu lembro disso, mano.
IEM Chicago, and then you ended with the...
Quase que a gente ganhou isso daqui, tá, chat? Quase que o Brasil ganhou isso daqui, mano. Se
ESL
não
Pro
fosse
League
pelas
Season
tralhas,
8,
né?
Home
Triste.
turf in Odense. What a run.
Hell yeah.
What a run.
That's pretty cool. This is probably the one that I love the most from all the things I have here.
Yeah, the first one. The first one to do it, I think that's cool. Also the Sadakis phrase when you won.
Oh yeah, that's actually pretty cool, yeah.
What is it? The best to ever
Best,
fucking
I think
do
the
this.
best to ever fucking do it.
Yeah.
I think something like that, yeah.
And for the first time in history, the best of all fucking time, Intel Grand Slam into Strongest.
This is actually from the win in Odense. This is where we won the
Saiu
Grand
de
Slam.
novo, o quê?
Where I hugged my dad. It was like maybe half a year, 5 months before he passed away.
Nossa,
So
que
this is like one of the
tristeza, mano.
oldest, like the newest pictures I have of him. And then I have one with my son above, so it's like dad and son, dad and son.
Yes.
Foda.
You know, it's been kind of a thing that has been following my whole career that my
Mano,
father
o Dupri é
was,
foda. Ele é foda, ele é
was
foda.
suffering from cancer. So the whole idea of me, you know, having to go to the major and play there and play, you know, to defend our championship and everything was like was super tough. But his wish was just that he wanted me to do the things that make him proud.
I came into this tournament with my father. Yeah, he passed away just before I got here, and his last
Cara,
wish
isso aqui
was
foi
that
triste, tá?
I went here, and so I really want to dedicate this win to my father.
Nossa, mano, isso aqui foi muito foda de
When I got
assistir.
there, it kind of felt like I got to my second family in some sense, you know, and it just felt really nice knowing that all the rivals that I had, you know, all the players that I was competing against, I think we know that we can put things aside if things get serious, and for me, that was a really warm feeling. So that was amazing, at least.
With every year that passed, we began to wave goodbye to the legends that have made this game what it is today.
This moment, I feel it. I will a bit cry. This is me. This is all of me here in one moment.
Foda.
I will remember this day for a good day.
And with those foundations set, we ushered in a new generation of competitors. Each with their own struggles and journeys, a set of memories.
Verdade, faltou as mulheres, né, mano? Simple, Kerrigan.
I guess looking back at the early years, it really was all about the memories.
Sim.
If I take a look at all the pictures and all the memories, what would be my takeaway is that what an incredible journey we have done as a team, as an individual, and also like how big esport has become for people's lives.
Sim, muito foda. Beleza,
It's a
Alisson, vai
big
lá.
story, and we're all part of that story in Counter-Strike.
Oh, I don't think I would have seen like 1/16 of the world without Counter-Strike. Not only seeing other places has always been such a big honor for me, but just getting to see other cultures and see the different sides of humans depending on their backgrounds. It's always been a big blessing for me. I think when it comes to greatest memories, being on a team and like really getting to have the bond with your teammates is probably like the thing I celebrate most. Other than that, man, always able to be pretty proud that I left most of it in the server.
Foda.
When I see this picture and all this badge, it's kind of felt like, honestly, it was yesterday. I don't feel like it was more than 10 years ago. Like, there is no way.
Mano, é bizarro mesmo, mano. Passou muito rápido.
Yeah, I don't think I still realize like how fast
que é o RPK.
actually the 10 years just went.
Looking at all these pictures, it reminds me of when I was at the Antwerp major and just hear the crowd roar and I just started to cry. Like I couldn't handle it because I thought back to when we were sitting on like gym hall or something with these chairs and you know sitting
And
and
now it looks like this.
yeah, exactly. And now it looks like that. It's just like half my life, you know.
Foda demais.
The journey was beautiful. You have up and downs, you know, like a roller coaster in this life. Esport, like a VP, show me the world. I spend with my
Esses
team
cachorros
like more
dele,
time than my
fofo.
family. I sit with them on the TeamSpeak, like 8, sometimes 10 or 12 hours paid per day. I travel with them, I bootcamp with them. I see them much more than
Thomas
my
e
kids,
Negev,
than
muito
my- than my
fofos.
wife. So we are
Eu
like
acho
a
eles
family.
muito lindos.
In one time, I can love them, and in one moment, I can hate them. But to be honest, I can say after many years, Virtus Pro, you are not my friend, you are my brother, my friend.
Foda, foda.
Counter-Strike can teach you a lot of things, and not just about winning or earning money, but also like.
Até as palavras do
how to work
Falinho no
together and
final.
stuff.
I met my girlfriend.
I was just gonna say,
yeah.
it literally gave you
Gave me a
your
child.
apartment, your girlfriend, your child.
Yes.
Bizarro.
You have a son.
Yeah.
At some point, you're gonna teach him to play CS. And,
Of course I will.
You know, and that's how it goes down through the generations. I think.
Knowing that the new game has just launched and in 10 years maybe someone else will be sitting like we do and look back at how
Sim,
this
mano,
changed their
verdade.
life.
I am more thankful that you can ever become of Cisco because I've not only become a better player in the game and got my work from it, but I've grown as a person and done things that I would never expect to do. I have lost words. It's everything to me.
If I look back over the 20 years I have been playing, there's so many friendships and so many moments that I share with others, and that's why we're going to take home. The trophies are nice, but when you look back, I think it's all the moments with people and all the joy you
Foda.
had and everything you learn that's gonna stay with you the most. How many more years do you think you have of career?
10.
Damn, bro, if I had 10 more years.
And would you do it all again?
100%. I will do it all again.
Will I do it all over again? Bro, please.
Foda.
I mean, I would in a heartbeat.
If I would do it one more time, oh yeah.
Yeah.
Can we just rewind 10 years and then start over?
And I guess with that, it's time to say goodbye. Take it away, Shocks.
If you are new to Counter-Strike and if you are coming to CS2, then I would recommend you should actually follow the ride, because it's not only a game, it's a passion, it's a group, it's smile, it's happiness, it's emotions, it's tears. You're gonna live it, you're gonna press it, and everything is gonna change. Counter-Strike is not only a game, it's a family.
Vamos! Vamos! Obrigado, obrigado. Muito foda, mano. Cara, curti, velho. Muito foda o documentário. Teve pouquíssima coisa do Brasil. Não teve nada da parte das mulheres e tal também, né? Foda. Mas, mano... Porra, esse jogo é muito foda, velho. Amo esse jogo. Muito foda, mano. Muito foda. E, tipo, da hora é que, tipo, mano, eu vivi tudo isso. Eu, basicamente, mano, presenciei tudo isso. Tá ligado? Foda. Foda, foda. Mano, é muito bom, mano, ver tudo isso e ver tudo... Mano, que eu vivi tudo isso, tá ligado? É uma sensação muito foda. Ver o começo do CSGO, ver o começo do Brasil, ver o Brasil conquistando o mundo, tá ligado? Tipo, pô, da hora demais, mano. Da hora demais, da hora demais. Muito foda, muito foda.